am a volunteer with the American Red Cross from the state of North Carolina, and I'm a government operations associate.
And this is a volunteer position?
This is a volunteer position, yes, sir.
And you came all the way from North Carolina?
I did.
Why?
Because I like helping people, and people up here needed help, and it's a passion of mine.
How did you get here?
I flew, and I also live in an area that's heavily hit by hurricanes, and so I've seen the devastation that these events can cause, and so I want to give back because I had people help me out when Hurricane Florence came through. Red Cross is organizing these multi-agency resource centers is what we call them. We're going to have several across the state, and it's different agencies that are here. We have water in here. We have water testing kits that they can come and get. We have a hot meal every day at lunch. We have some donations that are back here in the back that they can come in and shop for. As far as we have FEMA here, Department of Labor. As far as the Red Cross, we have mental health people here if anybody would like to come in and speak with someone. We have spiritual care if anybody would like to speak with the spiritual care worker. We have nurses and medical care if anybody wants to come in and speak with the nurses about anything. We also have disaster assessment teams that are out in the field assessing the damage, and then residents will eventually have caseworkers at these centers where they can get assistance.
So if someone needs assistance, what is their best first step?
If they could find out where the closest mark to them is, and they are putting those on the media, they can also call 1-800-RED-CROSS, and they will be directed from that number.
What are they unloading out of the van here?
They are actually loading up the supplies from lunch, and also they're unloading cleanup kits. They might have just done that. The cleanup kit has like Clorox, mops, shovels, brooms, a tarp, gloves, anything that they would need to clean their house up after the flood.
Where are all the supplies coming from? Are they donations?
All the supplies back here were donated, and most of the water in here were donations. As far as the Red Cross, we have the cleanup kits in the white buckets here, and then we also have water in the hot meal.
How many folks from the Red Cross are here, including staff and volunteers?
We have close to between 100 and 150 right now because there are more arriving daily.
Statewide?
Statewide. Red Cross helps with disaster relief. We have a whole cadre of responders that come from all over the world. We were just in Guam. We were just in California for floods. We travel all over the world to do disaster relief. We don't just give blood. We provide the care that I mentioned earlier. And we just come out and get together and help people. We just have big hearts.
I think you do. I mean, considering you flew here all the way from North Carolina.
And we have people here from Colorado, Alaska, California, Wisconsin, New York, Florida, Texas, and I'm probably missing some, but those are the furthest states.
So how long have you been doing it? How many of these disaster relief missions have you been on?
I have been on about 30 with the Red Cross disaster relief mission since I retired in 2017.
My name is David Young. I'm the Emergency Preparedness Coordinator out of the Springfield Office of Local Health, State of Department of Health. So like many of our partners, both federal and local, we're here at the Multi-Agency Resource Center here at the Ludlow Community Center. We're offering various services, including information on WIC benefits, operations for water testing for many people who have private wells, as well as helping out with general information from our partners. There are multiple areas where the MARC, the Multi-Agency Resource Center, will be set up. Today is the last day for this location. There will be other locations such as Londonderry, Barrie, and a few others across the state. Feel free to check out on the Vermont Department of Health's website for those information locations. Like everyone has been saying, please use 211. That is one of the agencies that is helping us coordinate the efforts at the state as well as the federal level for anybody that's experienced elements of disaster. Private property, if they've seen personal destruction of assets, coordinate it through them. We understand there's a wait time on that, but please use them as a resource. Also, we're asking everyone to stay out of floodwaters. Not only is there the health risk of high volume, but there's contaminations, there's inability to see, and in many cases, if you're still looking at flooded roads, it may not be safe to pass. So stay out of the floodwaters, be safe, look out for your own well-being. If you need resources such as food, water, call one of these agencies, ask them for help. They'll tell you where to come pick up some for yourselves. Anytime anybody can actually ask the municipality if there's a local boil water. There's actually also regular postings on the Department of Health's Facebook pages, on the state website, Vermont Emergency Resources about all local waters being boilable or not. If ever in doubt, actually use pre-purchased water. If you need that, call your local agency and see if they got some available for you.
Great. And what are these water testing kits all about?
So the water testing kits are for wells owners. They can actually test their water. Right now they're giving out a nitrate and bacteria test kits for anyone thinking their well was contaminated.
What are some of the risks for well owners?
Risks for well owners can run the gamut. Everyone's public health is first and foremost in our mind, so we partner with the lab to make sure that the well water testing is run efficiently.
So we're in Ludlow, and we're at a multi-agency resource center that's been stood up by the Red Cross, and we're here in support of the flooding, people who've been impacted by the flooding. And so around us, you'll see supplies that are available for people who are impacted by the flooding. We're here to support folks who may have lost benefits with the state. So if they were on 3 squares, if they were receiving food stamps and lost the contents of their refrigerator due to, the power outage or flooding, if they lost their WIC benefits, so if they have small children and they lost their formula or food that they receive through WIC, they can get those benefits replaced by coming and seeing us, calling us, so the Agency of Human Services can support people, or people who've lost benefits or people who are newly eligible for benefits because of the flooding. So they've lost a job. If there's a change in income, people may be eligible for state benefits that were not eligible before because they no longer have employment.
So for people that have been affected by this flood and are just totally overwhelmed right now, and what's their first step?
Sure. So I would say 2 steps. There's a great resources listed on vermont.gov/flood. So that's a great, and again, for people who have internet, that's a great resource. If folks don't have internet, I would say 211 is a terrific call to make. That's an information and referral system that we have around the state for health and human service referrals. That's also a place where folks can report their damages. And so that's a way that we're collecting information about impact in local regions. So that website and that phone call are really important pieces of the recovery effort. These MARCs, or multi-agency resource centers, are going to be moving to impacted areas around the state. There are 3 open today, 2 others in other locations of the state with high impact. So we'll be supporting these MARC locations with whatever information, resources, support we can for the people that were impacted. The lovely thing about the MARCs is that Red Cross brings spiritual and mental health support staff from around the country that are trained in emergency response to these locations. Beyond the couple of days where the MARC is up in a community, there are existing community resources available. So locally, HCRS is the local designated agency for mental health. So we certainly would want people to get connected to their local agency for mental health, which is HCRS again, and then certainly through the state office building and the connections there, Department of Health and all the departments we have, we want people to get connected to sustainable resources and benefits that they're eligible for. So yes, we appreciate the Red Cross and their response efforts. Hugely valuable, and then we're here when they leave town. So Senior Solutions is one of the important agencies trained in our state to help take 3 Squares applications, the name for SNAP. The federal name is SNAP. In Vermont, we call it 3 Squares, so food stamps. So they're able to also help seniors. There's a specific short application for seniors, and because that's their expertise, they work with the state to help seniors who need food support. So they're a great partner. They also have a great animal food program, so they can help people who have pets who need pet food. And so we appreciate all the community partners in the area that work with us to meet people's needs.
Hi, I'm Tom Simmons. I'm the Nutrition and Wellness Director of Senior Solutions. Senior Solutions is the Council on Aging that covers southeastern Vermont. We help seniors, those 60 and over, with a whole variety of nutritional and housing and physical needs. A lot of the people who are coming in are seniors, and they've lost their kitchens They've lost their cooking equipment, so we're trying to get them signed up, or we are getting them signed up for Meals on Wheels and for equipment to help them out. We're helping them restore the food that they lost in the flood. Some of them have pets who need to be boarded because they're being temporarily located somewhere else, and so we're covering some of those costs. So there's a wide range of services that we're providing for the seniors in the area. First step is to contact us. Our helpline is 802-885-2669, and we will hook you up with the right person in our office to make sure you get what you need.
Great. Thanks, Tom.